Hello everyone, this is Highlander from MTG Cardsmith doing another custom Magic the Gathering card review, and today we're reviewing a card with my special guest, Island Snake.
Hey, everybody.
And this is a card by TGBC for his set, Corrinella. And here we've got a card called Red-Eyed Vein Sucker. That's a long way of saying vampire.
Got little bat wings.
Yeah, little bat wings.
Is a human a vampire?
I think once you become a vampire, you stop becoming a human, right?
Yeah, like you're an undead. You're undead vampire.
Yeah.
So I don't know if undead is even a thing.
Undead is not a thing, but vampire is a type of undead, so...
Yeah, I mean, I guess human vampire opens up more synergy, so...
Yeah, but...
If there are cards that...
But I feel like once you become a vampire, you're no longer a human. Like, that's the whole point of being a vampire.
Well, she's not a vampire though. She's a Well, actually, see, if it didn't say vampire, we could like make some kind of like weird argument where she's like some kind of hybrid. But it literally says vampire, so it's over.
Yeah, I guess you could be a human vampire if you're Blade, right?
Well, yeah, like there are fantasy races that have vampire traits that are not vampires, but this is a vampire, so it loses. I think it should lose its human type.
All right, so we got a 5-mana uncommon. It's a 5/3. It has Bio Augment of, again, 4. While augmented, yeah. Red-Eyed Veinsucker has First Strike and Lifelink. Okay, sometimes it is better not to investigate that sound you heard. Because this chick might be around the corner. Isn't that scary?
I know. I'm going to around the corner. And also the card art is weird.
It looks like the guy's off.
It doesn't match the flavor text. I was expecting the flavor text makes you think you're going to see some like scary thing in the alley, right? And this is it's almost from the perspective of like the other. It's like the opposite of what I would expect.
Yeah, I don't quite like. Who is this person offering their hand to be sucked?
Yeah, that's it's like.
Is that what it is? It looks like he's like. He's like, I love you. Please suck my blood. And she's like, okay. Exactly. So anyway, okay. Well,
this is the first augment that has like some punch behind it.
This is the well. Okay, I agree with that. Okay, so this is a 5-mana 5/3, which is not that strong, to be clear. But at least this one, if you augment it, you're getting First Strike on a 5/3, which is good, and Lifelink, which is also good.
Yeah.
So like this augment, it actually might be worth it. I mean, this is one you would probably use. This is like an augment that's like
worth
actually like worth, and it's a permanent effect, which is nice. Now, a couple issues I have. Lifelink is not a red ability, so if you want to give this card Lifelink, you have to make it either red-black or red-white or black or white.
Is that
I guess.
True? There's no red cards that have lifelink.
Not mono red. No, here I'll check. Let's take a look.
I just find you should make a color video at some point because I don't.
Sure, I'll make a color video.
Yeah.
Exactly red, right? So.
Yeah.
That's
cheating though. Yeah, it has like
this. Yeah, this doesn't count.
What kind of card is it?
Like... This is a commander card.
Okay.
Commander Legends Battle Bond. Yeah, so this doesn't count because you got to pay all these different colors of mana, right? This is the only This is the only red card in the history of Magic that references Lifelink, and it's not even on the creature. It's like some Wooburg effect. So, So yeah, Lifelink, either you got to can it, or you got to make this card a different color, or some combination of red and white or black, something like that. But that being said, I do like that this card actually incentivizes you to use the augment, because a 5-mana 5/3 is not very good, but a 5-mana 5/3 First Strike Lifelink, that's good. That's a pretty good card.
You do almost have to pay the card's price to like put it on.
Yeah, it's pretty expensive. Like you have to pay 9 mana to get a 5/3 first strike lifelink. That's a lot.
Yeah. Also, I feel like there should be. I mean, doesn't have to always be the case, but like if you're gonna call your card a Vein Sucker and have, I mean, I guess that's supposed to be the lifelink
Yeah, it's the
part, but
lifelink.
like I feel like I just wish there was something that made it feel more vampire-y for me. Um,
Yeah, I mean, again, lifelink
like it would be
is
interesting if like when she dealt combat damage, she like gave herself like plus 0 +1 counters. Like she basically became more
well
durable than more.
that is one thing you tend to see on red vampires is that they get +1/+1 counters. I believe. Let's just take a look at just mono red vampires for a moment. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, put a +1/+1
Yeah,
counter on
well,
it.
it's always funny where it's like design ideas are so like universal where it's like
Yeah,
I just come up with this and it's like yeah, it's a thing.
yeah,
It's like
yeah.
oh,
+1/+1 counter, +1/+1 counter.
I think she should have that
Yeah,
to be
totally.
honest.
And that would actually make her pretty good with first strike. So be like,
Yeah.
when she's augmented, she has first strike, and whenever she deals combat damage to a player, put a +1/+1 counter on her, and that would like really hammer home this augment ability. I mean, right now I think this card's a little bit weak for an uncommon. This might be a fine common card, but for an uncommon, you kind of want something that's either better up front or has a cheaper augment cost. Because paying 9 mana for a 5/3 first strike lifelink is not very good, right? So like imagine this card costs like 4 mana, and was like a 4 I mean, you could probably make a 4 mana 5/3 nowadays. Let's see. Let me take a look. Maybe that's too good, but let's see if there are any 4 mana 5/3s. Mana value 4, power 5, toughness 3. I still got my line up there, and I made it red. Okay, that didn't count. So here's one. This is a 4 mana. Oh, this is champion. Okay, that's a really old one. Let's sort by release date, so that we get
Goblin Mutant looks so cool.
got Goblin Mutant where? Oh, this guy. Yeah.
Look at that. That looks sick.
He's got a goblin in his armpit.
Yeah, I love it.
That's old magic art for you.
He's literal goblin shoulder pads. All right, let's see.
Oh, these are all like. Did I search for 4 mana? I did. Yeah. So Insatiable Gorgers. Yeah. I mean, 4 mana 5/3. There are some downsides on these cards though. This guy has to attack each turn of Fable. So
yeah. You can get away with it.
5 mana 5/3. I mean, okay. So here's maybe how I would modify this card is you either keep it a 5 mana 5/3, and you make the bio augment cost like 3 maybe, like 2 and a red, and you kill the lifelink and you add the +1/+1 thing, or you could even leave the here. Okay, here's something you could do. So you could make this a 5 mana, like, let's make it like, you can keep it a 5 mana 5/3. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you put a +1/+1 counter on it, period. And then if it's augmented, and the augment cost would be like 3, it has first strike. So it just makes it more likely that you get to get that damage in and get the counters, essentially. Something like that, I think would help this card out. But
another alternative is you could do the bio augment 2 red, drop the lifelink. That's it.
Like you mean just like a bio augment cost of 2? Yeah.
Bio, augment cost 2. Just drop the lifelink. You don't have to add the other vampire thing, though. I think it's more interesting. But I think
no, yeah, that's legit too. I think, especially because this is an uncommon, so you want your uncommons to be pretty strong, and like a 5 mana card that's like a premium slot in limited. And what I mean by premium is like you can't have too many of them. You could have like 2 5-drops in your limited deck, right? You don't want a lot of them. So like, is this the 5-drop you want in your deck right now? Probably not. At least the way it's currently
I
at.
almost think that like if you wanted to go ham, I think double strike instead of lifelink would be sick.
That is pretty ham, but that would make it crazy strong. It would deal 10 damage per hit.
Yeah, but I mean it does cost 4 to augment, right? So you're
I
paying
mean, it's,
9.
it's true.
Okay.
Anyway, so what rating would you give this card?
Mm, I don't care that much about the lifelink thing, but it does have different power and toughness. So I think I'm gonna go with a 5. I'm okay with this card. Like, it's like not super like complicated or anything. And I think I am 100% solid on the augment. You just drop the bio part. There hasn't been like I don't know how many more cards are in the set, but there hasn't been any identity for the bio,
Or the Mac, yeah.
for the mech bio thing.
Yeah, I agree.
So I feel like it's just taking up space on the card.
Yep,
Uh,
just make it augment. Just
yeah,
make
and
it
I think
augment.
that I think that explore. I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing some variance on augment costs because 4 is a lot. Like it turns out it's a lot of mana to call to
It is
spend.
a lot of mana, yes. I
But yeah,
completely
so
agree with
I'm
that.
gonna go with a 5 out of 10 for this one.
Okay, I'm gonna do a 6 out of 10. This one has potential. It's still got some issues. I agree with you on the augment. Just make it augment. Um, you got to kill the lifelink on this, and then you can make some other sort of adjustments. But yeah, here's another just random idea before we end this video. So imagine this card was a 5 mana 5/3 first strike, and it had augment of a single red, and it said as long as Red-Eyed Veinsucker is augmented, it has haste.
Oh, okay, that would
That'd
be
be kind
because
of
you could
cool.
pay it on the first turn, you bring it in, right?
Yeah, so if you're on turn 6, you play this as a 5/3 first strike haste. That'd be kind of neat.
Yeah,
Just a random
that is
idea.
a pretty cool idea. Yeah.
All right, so that's our review of Red-Eyed Vein Sucker. See you guys next time.